And we welcome you into this TAPS D3 playoff matchup where tonight the Valor Knights get set to square up against the Wichita Christian Stars. Good evening, everyone, and as we are just about await kickoff here at this 5 p.m. kick in Keene, Texas, we want to say thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Brown, coming to you live from Charger Stadium in Keene, Texas, just about an hour 15 minutes north of Waco, just south of Fort Worth, a straight shot on I-35. Knights will get set to receive to start this ball game as they won the toss and have elected to receive. So the Stars will receive to begin the second half. Knights come in at 9-3. They are the home team for this semifinal matchup here in the TAPS playoff. Winner moves on to the championship next week. Wichita Christian coming in at a sparkling 11-0. They have yet to lose here on their season. Beat the Knights a couple weeks ago in Wichita Falls. Line drive kick from Taylor Godo gets us underway. It's playable and fielded by the Knights. This is James Hoagland on the return. He shrugs off a tackle and is brought down right around the 10-yard line. So a minimal return there to start the ball game for James Hoagland, and the Knights will set up shop on offense near their own 10. As we said earlier, the stakes on the line are a spot in the TAPS D3 six-man championship game. As we look at the bracket here, the winner of this game will face the winner of Fredericksburg Heritage and Bryan St. Joseph next week. Bear starts with empty backfield from the 11-yard line. Now switches the play as the formation switches. Now bunch with a running back for Bear. He takes the snap, hands it off. Up the middle, this is Duke, and Duke, minimal gain as he's stopped right at the line. So good to see, or rather that's Seth Flowers getting the carry. So Seth on the carry, and he stopped for minimal yardage. Knights come up on second and long, 2nd and 14. Bear takes the snap, one-man pressure. He fires low, and it is incomplete, intended for James Hoagland, but a low pass unable to be hauled in by James, and it will bring up third down and long again. One thing that did kill the Knights in their matchup with Wichita Christian earlier in the year was the ability to, they were stuck in third and longs a lot, and it's just hard to get out of third and longs, and they fell into that third and long trap quite frequently. Third down and long here, but let's see if the Knights can convert. So have not lost yet in the playoffs, 2-0. Looking to make it 3-0 in the playoffs today. Here's minimal pressure. Now Bears going to fire, and that's incomplete as it wasn't really close to a receiver as it falls to the turf. And we'll see if the Knights look to punt here or if they try to go for it here and convert this early 4th down and 14. Knights offense looks like it's staying on the field, and now they're going to bring out the punting unit. So Sam Grismer and Bear Grismer both off the field, and Matthew Slappy will be on to punt it away. Knights trying to pin Wichita Christian back as they punt from their own 10. Matthew heels on the goal line. Now he's going to punt it away. High kick. It bounces. It is fielded at the 30, and making a move here for Wichita Christian is Ruben Wilden, and Ruben Wilden brought down at the 26-yard line thereabouts, and it will bring up a 1st down and 15 here coming for the Stars. Remember, in six-man football, we play with an 80-yard field. Also, it is 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10 every time for the Knights. Ball on the 27-yard line for Wichita Christian. That is the Valor end of the field, and so Wichita Christian needs 15 yards to get it to the Knights' 12. Let out by their quarterback, Isaac Wilden, the senior captain for Wichita Christian. Here's the pitch back. Wilden looking. He's going to sling it deep. He's looking for Sam Machtoff, and it is caught for a touchdown. So Sam Machtoff, I believe, hauled it in, And that is going to be a touchdown for Wichita Christian. So the Stars strike first on the touchdown pass into the back of the end zone with a little toe jab for Mactoff. That brings our score to 6-0 with 8:13 to play here in the first quarter as the Knights try to get back into this game through defense and PATs. Of course, you do remember that a big key to 2 weeks ago's win and against Holy Cross was they stayed in the game earlier by blocking kicks. This kick is up, and it is good. So this kick sails through, though, and it's 8-0, and will give Wichita Christian an 8-0 lead. Knights will get set to receive again here as we play from Charger Stadium in Keene, Texas. Keene, Texas, a suburb of Fort Worth, and they recently got a football program in 2021, so the whole facility here is brand new and really nice turf field for Keene ISD, and they are hosting this TAPS D3 semifinal matchup today. Knights wearing white helmets with the blue script Knights on them. Also wearing blue tops and blue pants as the home teams, and then Wichita Christian wearing black or blue helmets and then white tops and white pants with blue numerals and trim. So white versus blue here in this ball game. The 11-0 Stars kicking off here. Taylor Godo. It's the whistle. Now he's ready. And here's the kick as he booms it away. A straight line drive. And James is just going to let this bounce out the back of the end zone. So a touchback will give the Knights the football at about their own 20-yard line. So that's where they'll set up shop, looking to get back into this game through a scoring drive here. Knights offense in a couple games, and really a game and now one drive, has just looked like they've not had a whole lot to do against this Wichita Christian defense, one of the best in the state and nationally. And they're going to look to change that today as in their first game against Wichita Christian, Knights scored 2 touchdowns. Duke and Maddox each with a receiving touchdown to boot. So Knights are going to have to top 12 points if they want to win here tonight, but the offense and the defense have certainly played better since that game, and they'll look to right the ship. One-man pressure. Now we've got whistles after the snap. And we'll stop play here. Do not see a flag, so I guess somebody just wasn't ready, but we will resume play here and replay the down. So it'll be 1st and 15 again as we're now ready to resume. Man in motion. Now Bear fumbles the snap, picks it up, fires over the middle. Maddox, thought he caught it, but now Wichita Christian pulls it in. They've got an interception, and Isaac Wilden's still going as he's brought down up the sideline. So now we've got whistles as so what transpired there was it was a pass. So it was a pass downfield there that Maddox Moline had hands on it, and as he brought it to the ground, it was just pulled out of his hands by Isaac Wilden for Wichita Christian, and so that's a turnover for the Knights. So that's unfortunate because it was a pretty good throw, a little high from Bear, but ultimately it leads to a pick, and I mean that ball was just wrestled out of Maddox's hands, so it's a pick, and Wichita Christian. Although now we've got a penalty. So we've got a penalty on Wichita Christian. I believe that was holding on the return. So they get the ball at their own 38, leading 8-0. First quarter we play, 7:54 left in the first quarter. Here's a pitch back. This is Wilden, or this is not Wilden, as he's up the sideline. We'll see who that is, and finally brought down. But there is a flag as he got it to the Knights 30. By number 2, John Godo. That was John Godo with the carry, senior captain as well. Got a face mask on the Knights, though, is the penalty, so they're going to walk this forward. So Knights pick up their first penalty of the ball game, and it pushes. This will be a first down for Wichita Christian as the Stars will have the ball on the Knights 15 now following the penalty. So Wichita Christian gets to the line now as they get up to snap the ball. Wichita Christian coming in at 11-0 on the year. They have yet to lose, and their Knights are trying to stop them here. Here's a run, busting up the middle and through a pile, and finally brought down. A physical run there from Isaac Wilden. Now getting up to the line, or rather that was Sam Delizio with the carry. Here's a pitch out. Here's in the backfield, and he is strung out by the Knights. So Matthew Schlappe, Connor McFarling in there on the tackle as that was Ruben. Wilden there on the carry, and the Knights just snuffed him out in the backfield. Third down here and goal from the 9 for Wichita Christian. Knights trying to get a stand here on third, force a fourth down. Wilden under center. Now pitches it back, or rather, and firing and incomplete. Wilden on the pass. Back to the end zone for Sam Maxtoff, and he could not haul it in as the high throw is too hot to handle. 60-12 was the final in the Wichita Christian Valor game earlier this year, the finale of the regular season for Valor, and they lost by 48, were mercy ruled in that game, but they've got a hunger here tonight and trying to prove the doubters wrong here in Keene, Texas. Fourth down and goal from the 9. This is a big play. Wilden's got the pitch. He's under pressure. Knights trying to get to him. Now they've got him strung out. He's going to fire across the field, and the tackle is made by the Knights. So they string him out as he completed it to Sam Delizio across the middle, but strung out by the Knights at about the 10-yard line, and that will give possession of the football over to this Valor offense. So a big defensive play there and a big stop for the Knights, who really need that. They get a fourth down and goal stand inside the 10. Now it's up to Bear Grismer and the rest of this offense to get it going here on offense. Here's the snap. Seth Flowers will carry it, and he is rattled down in the backfield. So Wichita Christian read that run like a book, and Seth Flowers pops up a little hobbled. So Seth there on the play just was absolutely blown up in the backfield as the Wichita Christian read that, and they got him down. Now it looks like we're going to get a sub as Seth Flowers is going to sub out, and we'll see who they put in at running back in his place. Remember, Duke is questionable. He's going to play limited snaps today if he's able to go. He was suited up before the game, so we'll see if he's able to go. Here's a low throw, hauled in by James. James across the field, now pushing up the middle, and he's going to get positive yardage, but how much remains to be seen. So on second and really, really long, James gets some of that back, and it will bring up third down and about 14 to go. So back-to-back drives with third and 14 for the Knights. First drive, they were unable to complete the pass, and so they're looking to do that here. Here's a throw across the formation, and Wichita Christian bottling up the passing game again, this time it's complete, but brought down to the field was Maddox Moline there on the catch out across the far side. So fourth down and long, 4th and 15 again, and this time it appears the Knights will go for it rather than punting. So 4th and 15 from their own 10, need to get it to their own 25. Connor lined up at wide receiver, Sam Grismer into the game at center, and now they've got whistles and a timeout. So Coach Bird wants to talk this one over, and it's a very important play should the Knights like to go for it on offense here with 4:40 to play, trailing 8-0 to Wichita Christian. It'll be 4th and 15 upcoming, and the Knights they're going to need to get to their own 25 for the first down, and they would have to, you'd think a pass here with the running game hobbled. And you would think pass here for Valor, what's coming. But the screens, which is a big part of this Valor passing game, just haven't been open today, and they're going to need to stretch the field at some point. But this Wichita Christian defense, give props to them. They've really shut all that down, and really throughout the year as well. I mean, they've been dominant this year, and they're looking to roll into the state championship game next Thursday. Big 4th and 15 coming following the timeout. We'll see if the Knights elect to punt or go for it, and it looks like they will go for it here as they send the offensive unit out there. Starters for this game were Connor McFarling, James Hoagland, Maddox Moline, Bennett Herman, Seth Flowers, and Bear Grismer, but now it looks like the Knights will punt. Connor's going to take the snap, and now he's going to pitch to Matthew Schlappe. Schlappe's going to kick, and his kick sails as it bounces, and that's going to take a good Valor bounce. Electing not to return it is Wichita Christian, and Bennett Herman's going to down it at about the Wichita Christian 31-yard line. So a high punt there that down at the 31-yard line, as surprisingly Sam DeLizio electing not to return that ball for Wichita Christian. He looked like he could have, but let it bounce, and it took a good 10-yard bounce for the Knights. So Knights on defense now for the third time already, looking to just get the football back and take a stand here. This defense is going to have to keep getting stops, but at some point the offense is going to need to respond. We play with 4:27 left. 8-0 our score. Wichita Christian leads in there on offense. Here's a handoff through the line, dancing, and now plenty of yards and a first down across the short side of the field for, I believe that's DeLizio. We will see as he's finally knocked to the ground. It is DeLizio. Following a big run, they're going to spot him a 25-yard run on the play. Just cut up the middle and then cut back to the short sideline and got the first down to the 22-yard line. So just like that on the Valor 22 is this Wichita Christian offense. Here's the snap, handoff up through the middle. This is Wilden. Wilden going for the end zone, and he's corralled out of bounds. Courageous tackle there. Bear Grismer shoving Isaac Wilden out of bounds, but he's got a first down, I believe, and indeed he does. First and goal from the 5 as this Wichita Christian offense continues to motor. They huddle now, as we've seen some tempo offense from them in this ball game, but now they huddle, and we'll see if their play call works. Line up with 2 men in the backfield. Here's the snap. It goes up the middle. DeLizio gets the carry, and the Knights unit bottles him up there and drives him backward into the turf. So got stacked up by a horde of Knights. Seth Flowers, Bennett Herman in there on the tackle. Second down and goal from about the 3-yard line as Wichita Christian looks to add to their 8-0 lead with 3:24 to play here in the first quarter. Good crowd here in Keene, Texas at Charger Stadium, home of the Keene Chargers 3A school. Here's a run up the middle, and this time he's into the end zone for a touchdown. So Sam DeLizio runs it into the end zone for Wichita Christian, and they extend their lead to 14-0 on the Knights with 3:08 to play here in the first quarter. So Knights defense has shown some potential here in this ball game. Already have gotten a stop inside their own 10, but the offense is going to have to come up with something here in this game. Really, the only two games where we've seen this offense stifled were against Wichita Christian. Here's Godo to kick, and his kick is blocked at the line by the Knights. So the kick attempt for 2 is no good. As we remind you that in 6-man football, your traditional kick after the touchdown that's normally worth 1 is worth 2, and the traditional 2-point conversion is worth 1. So our score now 14-0 with 3:08 left in the first quarter. Knights offense desperately needing points here as they look to go down and score a touchdown. Let's give you a weather checkup. Did not do that at kickoff. Let's give it to you now as we play at 5:18 p.m. here in Central Texas. It is 52 degrees and sunny right now, but the sun going down, and we will drop into the high to mid 40s tonight throughout game time. Feels like 51 currently with 4-mile-an-hour winds. So that's your weather report here as we are at play with 3:08 in the first quarter to go. Set to kick off here is Wichita Christian. We've seen booming line drives deep both times from Taylor Godo, the senior captain and kicker for this Stars team. Another good kick as this one's going to be through the end zone and result in a touchback. So Knights will get the ball on their own 20, as that is where you get the ball at your own 20. Let's give you, so the Knights in their last game last Friday at night in Trinidad, Texas, pulled off the biggest win of their young season and their young program's history, a 79-78 victory over the Christian Heritage Sentinels, and that was an overtime finish in which Maddox Moline caught the game-winning pass there from Bear Grismer in the end zone, and really just an amazing game, and just ultimately the biggest game of the Knights' young history, and that's what they're coming off of. Pass complete to Maddox Moline. He's got a first down, hops out of a tackle. He thinks he's still going. They really stepped out of bounds, and the play was whistled dead, which it was. So it's a first down for Maddox Moline on the 16-yard grab, and the Knights will get to the line in a hurry here. 4 men to the far side of the center. Now Bear fakes the snap, looks to the sideline. See James, Seth, Bennett, and Connor out there at receiver. Bear at quarterback, Sam Grismer at center. High snap over the head of Bear, and he's just going to fall on it. Although now the ball's out. Bear thought he was down, but the ball's out, and this is going to be a walk-in touchdown for Wichita Christian. So the fumble recovery leads to a touchdown for Wichita Christian, and they extend their lead to still have not put it on the scoreboard yet, but the lead is 20-0 now for Wichita Christian. So Bear just got a high snap and then tried to fall on it, but missed, and it was recovered by the Stars, and they took it to the house. It is now 20-0 with 2:47 left. Knights trying to put points on the board here in this first quarter, but first trying to block the extra point, but this kick is good. So it's up and through for Taylor Godo, stretching the lead out to 20-0. Winner of this game advances to next Thursday when they would play in the TAPS D3 6-man championship game. The loser will go home. So Knights have their backs up against the wall early, down 20-0, but they've been able to dig themselves out of holes throughout the year, and Deaths really don't want to go home with the final result. They're going to go out fighting and looking to get back here on offense and put some points up before the end of the first quarter. 2:47 to play, 22-0 first quarter as the Knights trail, but they're looking to get a spark here as they come into the season at 9-3, 9-2 against teams not named Wichita Christian. I want to say thanks for listening tonight. Feel free to spread the word. I'm Ben Brown, coming to you live from Charger Stadium in Keene, Texas. Fans making some noise here as Taylor Godo knocks this kick back. It is returnable, but it's in the end zone. James Hoagland will not return it, and it is out. Will be out to the 20-yard line. Knights trying to travel 60 yards here for the touchdown, as they will get the ball at their own 20-yard line. Knights offense needs points, needs some interjection of points here, and Coach Bird in the huddle trying to get this team going, and really just I've had a couple of plays today where it's looked like this normal Knights unit, but really just looked discombobulated here so far in the first quarter. Bear, though, trying to get this offense back on track. Sends a man in motion. Play action to James. Bear rolling over the middle, and he throws high and over the head of Maddox Moline. So tipped by Maddox there, trying to haul it in, but could not do so at midfield, and it's going to bring up second down and 15 for the Knights. Knights looking for completions and positive yards right now as they get to the line here and snap this football. Trail 21-0, 2:41 to play here in the first quarter. Man in motion, Bear drops back. He's got pressure. He's got to get it away. Now he does. This is Connor. Connor trying to make a man miss. Plows over him, but only for about 3 yards. And will bring up third down and 12. So third and 12 or 13 here. Another long third down, but the Knights can't afford to punt here, as they've already done so twice in this football game. Here's Bear. He's got pressure. He'll dump it off low to Seth Flowers, but it hits the turf, falls incomplete, and brings up 4th and 13. Knights struggling to complete some passes here, and it's obvious that they're losing a little lack here of energy and spark without Duke, as Duke a vital part of this team, and just not able to go right now. Here's Bear. He'll roll to his right. Looking deep, he's got Seth Flowers. Seth knocked to the ground as the ball overshot him, and Knights wanted a penalty there, but that's incomplete, and it will be a turnover on downs and give Wichita Christian the football right back. So Knights unit will now go on defense as our score is 22-0 with 1:44 to play here in the first quarter. Knights defense has been able to come up with a stop today and has looked relatively decent against this high-power Wichita Christian offense, but the Valor offense is going to have to start getting some points at some point in this football game. Now we have yet to resume play. Our head official standing at midfield. Wichita Christian gets another player on the field now. And looks like we will get set to resume play shortly. Knights have not been shut out this year. Their low so far on the season is 12 points, and that was against Wichita Christian earlier in the year. Still waiting to resume play as we look to see, as it might be a scoreboard issue. As we look. So 1:51 now on the scoreboard in the first quarter to play. And now whistles blow, and we're ready for football. Here's a handoff up the middle, motoring and getting a good chunk of yards see who that is. It looks like Sam Delizio maybe. And Isaac Wilden gets the carry, and he's got about half the yardage needed. Gets 7 yards here on first down, and it'll bring up second down and about 8. Here's the offensive set. It's bunch formation with one tailback. Pitch goes to the tailback. Up shifty John Godo trying to go, and now the Knights have him strung out. Flags all over the place. Now he breaks the tackle, motors across the field, trying to get to the end zone, and he got there. So the official across the field marks John Godo in the end zone, although it looks like. So we've got holding on the offense. I thought they were going to get holding on the defense there, but they get it on the offense, and this will back the play up, and they'll have to replay the down. So Knights get fortunate there, as it looked like they had John Godo strung out on the perimeter, but he was able to somehow break away from that tackle, run across the field and find the end zone. However, because of the holding penalty, did not count and will back them up 10 yards. So it'll be second down and about 18 now rather than second and 8. So no touchdown on the play with 1:03 left first quarter. Knights trail by 22. Score 22-zip. It is Wichita Christian leading. Isaac Wilden leads his offensive unit out there. Wilden under center, now pitches to, this is Delizio. Delizio going and brought down near the original line of scrimmage, about a yard past that. And he'll bring up a 3rd down and 14. So a big 3rd down and 14 upcoming here for Wichita Christian. As if the Knights get a stop here and inject some more life into this offense and get themselves back in this game, that would be huge. 3rd down and 14. Expect another run from Wichita Christian. That's what they've done most of the game. Looks Wilden rolling. He's going to pass, though, or at least he wants to pass. Now firing across the field. High fluttering ball, and it is caught for the touchdown. So it was caught at about the 2, and then lunging across into the end zone, Sam Machtolf with the catch and the touchdown. So Isaac Wilden delivers a strike opposite the field to his primary receiver, Machtolf, and our score now 28-0. Knights trail by 28 with about 20.7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Taylor Godo on to kick. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. So Godo knocks it through, and that will add 2 more on to the lead, and it is now 30-0 with 20 seconds to play here in Keene, Texas. Wichita Christian trying to advance into the championship game here in this TAPS D3 football district. They have been strong throughout the year, 11-0, and the winner of this ball game will face the winner of Fredericksburg Heritage and Bryan St. Joseph. That game is tonight at 7 in Rockdale. So we will find out who wins that game once it is concluded, and we will obviously see who wins here, and if it's the Knights, then expect them to play Thursday in Waco. Here's Godo set to kick off, and the Knights looking to get the ball back. Godo lines up his unit and boots it away. This high in the air, returnable for James Hoagland. He's got it. Can the special teams jolt the Knights offense? Here's James up the sideline, and he is out of bounds, but a solid return there up past the 25. And the Knights will set up shop in their own territory. But they will have the ball at their own 27 is where they will spot the ball. So Knights offense getting set to go out there, and they need points desperately. And they're going to have to get the ball back several times as well. Plenty of time left with 15 seconds to play in the first quarter, but Knights offense needs to get on the board here on this drive, and defense is going to have to get a couple more stops too as well. So it's going to be an uphill climb for the Knights. Here's Bear, hands it off at the middle, trying to dance out of it is James, and he is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage and driven backward. So they will spot him about 2 yards, a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage, and that will do it for the first quarter. So after 1 quarter here in Keene, Texas, our score is 30-0. Knights have yet to get on the board. And we'll be right back with the second quarter of Knights football. You're listening to Playoff Football here from Keene. So we welcome you back to Knights football here as the Knights trail by a bunch, 30-0. Our score with Wichita Christian leading here as we begin the second quarter. Knights have second down and 17 in their own territory. As I say, thanks for listening. Ben Brown with you here live from Charger Stadium in Keene, Texas. Here's a snap. Bear has time to pass. He's going to fling it downfield deep and hits his man in the hands, but James Hoagland unable to reel it in, and that will bring up third down and long once again. So 3rd and 17 upcoming as the Knights continue to hit these third and longs that really driving this the chances for success into the ground. The farther back the line of scrimmage, the farther you are from getting the first down, and the Knights are going to need to try and pick up about 10 yards here to get themselves into manageable 4th down territory. Here's Bear. He'll slot it under deep. Connor McFarling gets a couple yards past the original line of scrimmage and gets about 5, bringing up 4th and 13. It'll be about the 4th and 14 rather we've seen in this football game as the Knights look to convert here, and you really need to convert here. I mean, a fail here would likely lead to points for Wichita Christian, and that could spiral out of control. Knights look like they might go for it here. Now they snap it to James. James to Bear. Bear under pressure. He's going to have to let it fly. He does downfield, and it is in and out of the hands of Bennett Herman. So it almost looked like a Hail Mary ball from Bear as it hit off the hands of Matthew Schlappe jumping into the air and then into the lap of Bennett Herman, but Bennett could not haul it in, and that will be another turnover on the Knights. So Knights staring potentially the end of their season down the gun right now as they trail by 30 and need to get another stop here on defense against a Wichita Christian offense that has been able to do just about whatever they want here so far. Now they're going to pass. This is Wilden. Wilden has pressure, now firing, looking back at the end zone. It is incomplete as I believe he threw it out of bounds there behind the end zone. Maddox Moline had good defensive coverage there on the receiver, and that will bring up 2nd down and 15 for Wichita Christian. After the turnover, they take over on the Valor 27, so that is where they will have the football here on 2nd down and 15. Here's a pitch back. This is Walden. Walden up the gut. He's got room and followed out of bounds by James Hoagland as he's inside the 20 and very close to the 10 as they will spot him. We'll see where they spot him as Isaac Wilden continuing to hurt this Knights defense with his legs and through the air. Ball spotted on 10, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 10 as the Knights try to get a stop here. Is this a pivotal point in this football game? I formation here as the pitch is low but handled by John Godo, and Godo gets into the end zone. So a 10-yard run for John Godo will bump up this Wichita Christian lead to 36-0. So 36-0 now our score with 8:37 left to play. And this Knights defense and offense really both just getting beat up so far here in this game. Defense has not actually played that horribly, but Knights offense has been able to compete in the shootouts most of the time this year, and they just haven't been able to tonight. Kicking from left to right now after switching sides is Taylor Godo, and his kick is good. So Taylor Godo punches it through the uprights, and it is 38-0 with 8:37 to play. Remember that should it be a 45-point lead at any point for either squad, it would be a mercy rule. So the Knights really need points here, or could be staring at the end of their season. So far, the offense just hasn't been able to get going, and the defense and the Wichita Christian defense has forced numerous turnovers. They've had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. They've had a pick, and they've done good enough on offense to force themselves into a 38-point lead as the Knights trail by that sum. 8:37 left here in the second quarter under the lights here in Keene, Texas, as we play at 5:39 p.m. Knights getting set to receive. They will go from right to left on offense as they look to keep their season alive. We play here at 5:40 p.m. and the sun in the process of going down as the lights are taking full effect here on this turf field. Godo knocks the kick away. It is fielded by James in the end zone, and now he's going to take a knee at the very end. So started to run it out, and then finally did take a knee, forcing, and that will stick the ball on the 20-yard line here to go on offense for Valor.
First down, Knights.
Knights wearing white, blue, blue. The Stars of Wichita Christian wearing black, white, white. But a good contingent of Knights fans that have traveled out here, as well as the Stars. So both teams getting good crowds here out here on this Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you, as happy belated Thanksgiving, I should say, as it was yesterday. But Knights trying to get the offense jump started. Need a touchdown here as Bear takes the snap, rolls right. Now pressure. He's going to have to get it out of there. He flings it deep. This is in trouble, and it's picked off. So Wichita Christian picks it, and he's going to try and return it for a touchdown. Makes one man miss. Now spins backwards, and now he laterals it, and this is trouble here as motoring up the field. Knights trying to stop him, and they do at the 10. So that was a nifty play. So Connor McFarling finally brings Sam DeLizio down, but that is a big play there for Wichita Christian. So Wichita Christian gets the pick as it was a lunging, bobbling attempt to haul that in by Kason Brown. He did so, and then as he was going down to the ground, flipped it to his teammate Sam DeLizio, and DeLizio returned it to the 10. Jeff Brown from home tells us that the 45-point mercy rule only applies at or after halftime. So we will play the whole first half no matter what, but should we get to halftime with a 45-point deficit for the Knights, that would end the ball game. Now we've got a stoppage of play here as head official goes over to the Wichita Christian sidelines to talk this one over. And now looks like we're ready to resume play. Here's a snap. It goes to Wilden. Wilden firing and incomplete. Too strong for Taylor Godo in the back of the end zone as he couldn't hit Godo there for the completion, and that brings up second down and goal from the 10. Knights defense needs a stop here as we play in the semifinals of this TAPS D3 playoff bracket. And Knights trying to advance to next week, but on the short end of that right now, as our score is 38-0 with Wichita Christian leading with 8:07 to play second quarter. Isaac Wilden breaks his squad's huddle. Wilden in the backfield, but under center is Kason Brown. He pitches it to Wilden. Wilden firing on a short route. It is dropped there. Pass intended for Colton Harris, but a flag on the play comes out, and we will see what it is. Wichita Christian backing up. And we'll have holding. So we'll have holding on the offense, and Wichita Christian will be backed up again. So another penalty for Wichita Christian backs them up. So Knights trying to take advantage of that here and stop this Stars offense right where it is. I want to say thanks for joining us here on this chilly night in Keene, Texas, as we play right at 50 degrees here as the sun goes down. Second down and long, second and goal from the 20. Here's the snap. It goes back. Wilden. Now he'll fire short, far side. It's caught and tiptoeing into the end zone, I believe, for the touchdown is Wichita Christian. And we have yet to see the signal, and now they will give it to him. So 44-0 is the score here as we play second quarter with 7:53 to play. So Wichita Christian scores there on the touchdown pass, and they will try to add 2 more onto this game. So Jeff Brown telling us from home that the 45-point mercy rule only applies at or after halftime. So we've still got a ways for that. Holder here is Colton Harris, the senior. Taylor Godo's kick is right on through. So Godo knocks it through, and it is 46 to nothing now. So 46-0 with 7:53 left here, second quarter, as we keep playing. This Knights offense is this Knights team as a whole is going to need a historic comeback. Would they be able to recover from this big deficit here as they trail by 46. They've been blanked so far on the offensive side. 46-0 our score. Wichita Christian leads in the second quarter with 7:53 to play in the second quarter. Wichita Christian getting set to kick from left to right following the touchdown. Playing here on Keene ISD's football field. The Keene Chargers getting football in 2021, so a brand new field here, and we play here. It isn't a 100-yard field, even though Keene is only 6-man. They hope to expand later on, but a turf field here, and we play on it here tonight. James Hoagland to return the kick from his own end zone, and he is brought down at the Knights 15. So the special teams unit just hasn't been able to break one big yet today, and they have struggled to do much of anything outside of the defensive end today, as the defense has looked pretty good at times, but the offense just has not been able to get anything consecutive going, as the Knights have been blanked for so far all of this ball game, but looking to change that here on this drive. 7:48 to play, second quarter. Knights trail 46-0. Here's Bear. Fakes a pass, now fires across the field. It is hauled in, and lunging forward is, let's see who made that catch. I believe it was Connor. Or, no, it was Bennett Herman got the catch. So Bennett with the catch. He stumbles out of bounds for about 7 yards. So a 7-yard gain for the Knights brings up second down and 8. Bear takes the snap. Good block from Connor from the center position. Now Bear in trouble, and he is taken down from behind. Had no idea Taylor Godo was behind him, and he is nailed down. He'll lose about 2 yards, so it'll bring up third and about 9 here on this third down play. So just didn't know he was there, and got to be aware of your surroundings, but also just blindsided from the back. And so it was a good block initially by Connor, but then Godo got free and was able to take down Bear. Third down and 9. Bear backing up, takes the snap. He's got pressure, and his pass is low and at the feet of James Hoagland, intended for James. So fourth down and about 10. Fourth and about 9 or 10 here to go in this one, and a do-or-die drive. Really every drive right now, a do-or-die drive for the Knights as they look to keep this drive and keep alive here for the offense. 3 receivers on the short side of the field, 1 on the far side. Here's one-man pressure. Bear trying to get out of it. He's got time. He'll fire across the field. It is caught by Maddox Moline, and that is going to be a first down for the Knights. So their second first down of the ball game. Both have come to Maddox. So Maddox gets the catch, and the Knights convert on fourth down. So a big conversion there for Valor on the third down, or rather the fourth down pass attempt, and it'll bring up 1st and 15 from their own 35. Now we've got whistles, and I believe we've got a timeout. So a timeout for Wichita Christian, and we will take it as well. So a short break. We'll be right back. This is Valor Football. So we welcome you back here to Keene ISD's football field, and it is Charger Stadium where we play 1st and 15 for the Valor Knights from their own 34, looking to get it into Wichita Christian territory. Following the timeout, Luke Curtis in motion across the field. Bear takes the snap, rolling, now under pressure, jump throw, batted in the air, and was it picked off? It is not, so it is incomplete there, as nearly picked off because that ball tipped in the air by the defender and then nearly caught on the ground by the defender. Knights have had a really good first season so far, made it to the semifinals here, and that's tonight. Championship game next Thursday, but does not. We'll see if the Knights are able to get there. Here's a throw across the middle, tipped, but ultimately caught by Maddox Moline as it was deflected by Sam Machtoff across the middle. But Maddox Moline picks up his third catch out of the ball game and moves the sticks again. So Maddox, 3 catches so far on the day, all 3 first downs, and all 3 the only 3 first downs of the game for Valor. Here's Bear, takes the snap into backfield. 2-man pressure, he's in trouble, dumps it out. Bennett Herman with the catch, makes one man miss, plows ahead, and out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him. So they will give Bennett a 5-yard run there, or a 5-yard catch rather, and it will bring up 2nd down and 10 to go from the 23. Need to get it to the 13. Do the Knights. Bear alone in the backfield. We're going to see that for a long time. Low snap, picks it up. Now keeps the play alive, fires to James Hoagland. James wrapped up. Really something we've seen from Wichita Christian that we haven't seen from a whole lot of other teams this year is the one-on-one tackling here. In 6-man football, a lot of the guys smaller, more shifty, but we've seen a lot of great one-on-one tackling here for Wichita Christian, something that we haven't necessarily seen as much from some of the other teams this year. 3rd down and about 6 for the Knights. Bear in the shotgun, now looks to the sideline for the snap. Sam Grismer at center. He snaps it to Bear. Bear backpedaling, fires to James. James in a huddle, gets out of the huddle and gets a first down. So he was kind of in a middle of defenders, but able to just burst through it and get the first down. Is James Hoagland. He gets the catch and gets it to the 10. Knights are driving here in Wichita Christian territory as they have 1st and goal from the 10. Bear takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's now back to his left across the middle. It is caught for a touchdown, I believe, and indeed it is. So Maddox Moline with the touchdown grab, and that puts the Knights on the board here at 46-6. First touchdown of the game for the Knights. So Maddox gets the touchdown reception. Bear throws his first of the ball game, and the Knights are finally on the board here in this first half. Score is 46-6 with 4:29 to play. Here's Matthews' kick. It sails, and no good, wide right. But the Knights do get on the board, so they will not be shut out here tonight. And with 4:29 to play in the second quarter, Knights trail by 40, but it's not 46, it's 40 now. So 46-6, our score here in this game. Knights trying to ride a little bit of momentum here, just trying to get all the momentum they can get and ride it. So you would likely expect an onside kick here, and Knights try to recover it. I want to say thanks for listening here on this chilly evening and an earlier start than normal, as we started at 5 p.m. Central Time, kickoff at 5 rather than 6 or 7 like our traditional games this year. I want to say thanks for listening again. Ben Brown with you live here from the Charger Stadium in Keene, Texas. Knights getting set to kick this one off. See if we see an onside or a squib here, as the lights have taken full effect here in central East Texas, just south of Fort Worth, so about Central Texas, Keene ISD. So the lights have taken full effect. Valor kicks from right to left here, kicking from their own 30. Matthew kicking towards the Valor sideline. He does onside it. Knights could recover this high hop, and it is fielded by the Stars. So Wichita Christian recovers the kick. It was a good kick from Schlappe. Took a high hop, but ultimately Taylor Godo's able to fall on it, and the Stars recover in their own territory. So they'll get the ball on their own 35. They had set up shop there. Looking to go 45 yards here for a touchdown is Wichita Christian, looking to extend their lead 46-6 with 4:27 left in the second quarter. Our score right now. The Knights trying to get another defensive stop. Under center, here's the pitch. Or rather, it's a handoff straight up the middle and brought down. The runner is quite right across midfield. So Isaac Wilden gets the carry up the middle, and he jogs off to the sideline now. So Wilden got the carry, or rather, I believe that might have been Sam DeLizio at the carry. We've seen DeLizio and Wilden both get carries so far in this ball game. But second down from midfield. Here's a run. John Godo now hit hard from behind by Connor McFarling. He's got about halfway to the sticks. Then he'll bring up 3rd and 5 exactly from the Knights 35. Valor trying to dig their heels in here and get a stop. See Luke Curtis in on defense, getting some reps here. Again, the Knights playing without Duke for the most part here tonight. Now we're going to get a timeout. So we've got whistles and timeout. We'll see who called it.
Timeout on field.
So we've got a timeout here on the field, and we will stay here. So 3rd down and 5 upcoming for the Stars as they look to convert here and keep this drive going. Knights trying to dig their heels in here and keep this and get their offense back out there, rather. So Knights offense trying to get back out on the field, but the defense is going to have to make a stop here to achieve that. 3rd and 5. Here's the handoff. John Godo in the backfield. Knights trying to get him, and now they do tackle him, but he's very close to the first down. Strung out in the backfield there, and then made a move for the first down, and he got it. So just his small, shifty nature has been able to keep a couple plays alive. Knights just unable to tackle him. This Wichita Christian team is just has a lot of speed, and what the Knights have in aggressiveness and just big-time effort, and ultimately a little more size than Wichita Christian has in speed. So speed going to win you some games, and Wichita Christian's proven that. They have not lost one all year. Here's the pitch back. Wilden to throw. Now Wilden to run. Or this is this is John Godo, rather. And Godo going to motor for the end zone, and he is in. So a touchdown for John Godo. So I thought that was Isaac Wilden there, but not Wilden. It's Godo with the touchdown run. And so Godo, rather, runs it in and bumps the score up to 52-6. So 52-6 now, with the Stars leading by 46 with 2:31 to play here in the second quarter. Holder is Colton Harris, the senior. And Taylor Godo's kick is good. So he has not missed one tonight, and it is 54-6 now, a 48-point advantage for the Wichita Christian Stars. So Knights are going to need some offense here. They're going to need 6 to 8 points. Remember, if our score is, if Wichita Christian has a lead of over 45 or over at halftime, then they will win this football game. So Knights trying to keep this game going through halftime. So that's the stakes right now. Knights just fighting for this game and for their season to keep going. And really, their first matchup against Wichita Christian earlier in the year was pretty kind of similar to this, in the fact that Wichita Christian's speed is really just winning them the game, and the fact that Valor's offense just not able to get in a rhythm. We've seen Valor at its best this year when they've gotten in a rhythm, and they just haven't been able to do that here today. And so that's what they're trying to do following this kickoff. Taylor Godo set to kick as the whistle blows. Now marches his team back to the 25, ball on the 30. They'll get a start. Here's the kick. Godo squibs this one. Knights fall on it. That's Connor McFarling getting the football, and Valor will take over at their own 35. So Connor McFarling recovers it at their own 35-yard line, and that will set up shop for 1st and 15 as they look to get to the Wichita Christian 30. Knights trying to fight and to keep this game and their season alive here in the first half. We play with 2:30 left in the second quarter. Knights trail 54-6. Stars offense has looked good today. Knights offense has not. That's the difference. Here's Bear, takes the snap, rolls to his right a little bit. Good block from Seth. Now fires over the middle, and I believe it's complete. Yes, now Wichita Christian has the football, as John Godo was running it into the end zone. Not sure exactly what happened there, as the Knights looked like they'd completed a pass, and then Maddox was being spun around like 360 a couple times, and must have lost the football in there at some point, and John Godo took it away for a touchdown. So Wichita Christian adds 6 more, this time on defense, and they lead 60-6 now, a 54-point lead, and they're looking to add to that here in this one. Holder is Colton Harris. Taylor Godo, the kicker. He's been perfect tonight, has not missed yet on 2-point attempts. Knights trying, that's not true, rather. He did have one that was blocked. Knights trying to block this one, but they will not, as Godo's kick is true. So our score now 62-6, and the Knights trail by 56. So Knights at this point trying to keep their season alive. If remember, if Wichita Christian has a lead at halftime of a 45 or more, then this game will conclude, and via mercy rule, the Knights will have their season ended. Trying not to let that happen is Valor here, as we play under the lights. Temperatures starting to drop tonight, as let's check that now. We are down to 46 degrees, so it did drop substantially once the sun went down from about 52 to about 46 now, so a 46-degree temps right now, and that's about where it'll be, mid-40s for the evening. Knights scoring so far in this one. Bear found Maddox for a touchdown, and that's the scoring so far in this game for the Knights, and Wichita Christian's had a lot of it, as they've scored 62 points so far tonight. Good crowds for both teams. Both teams, parents and fans traveling well here this evening. Here's a squib kick, and the Knights trying to fall on it, and Bennett Herman does so successfully. So Bennett falls on it, and the Knights will take over possession right on their own 31.
Touchdown. Knights.
Knights are going to need a quick touchdown here, and then a stop and another touchdown if they want to keep their season alive here in this TAPS D3 semi-final game. Knights come in at 9-3, looking to get to double-digit wins this year, and first year as a high school program. It's been a great year so far, and Coach Bird at the helm, he's really led this team through the year and into the playoffs, and they were 2-0 coming in to this game. So a really good start to the program for the Knights, and they're going to look to build on it likely next year as well. Wichita Christian coming in undefeated, trying to keep it that way at 11-0. Here's the snap. Bear takes the snap. He's got one-man pressure. He's got 4 blockers. So now he's going to fire over the middle. Connor McFarling makes the catch. Attempts to bring him down twice. He breaks both of them. Finally, the third tackle right in midfield wraps him up. And that's going to be about a 10-yard gain. And it will bring up second down and about 5. Second and 6, rather, coming from midfield. Knights offense with 1:40 to play here in this semifinal game. 62-6, Wichita Christian leads. James Hoagland in motion. Now across the formation. Now the snap comes. This is Connor. Or this is Bear, rather. Bear looking, rolling right now, a dump off. Connor McFarling gets the catch, lowers the head, and powers his way near the sticks. But I believe they're going to mark him just short. Indeed, they will. Brings up 3rd and 1 here for Valor. Knights trying to score here as we hit 1 minute to play here in the second quarter in the first half. Bear in the shotgun. Now he motions under center. Now here's the snap. Bear firing deep. Bennett Herman trying to catch it, and he does not. So unable to haul it in, as Taylor Godo had coverage, as well as Ruben Wilden. The duo combining to break up that pass attempt. And on 4th down here, and 4th and 2, Knights looking at what could be potentially their final offensive play of the year. 41 seconds remain here in the first half. Knights have had a great year so far, but looking like it may be about to come to an end. 4th and 2, Wichita Christian trying to get off the field one more time. Here's Bear slinging it, and it's picked off. Here's a pick. He's got to break Bear, and he does. Up going for the touchdown and lunging at the last minute, and he got in. Ooh, generous spot from our official down there at the goal line. But that's a pick 6 as it is picked off. Colton Harris takes it back the whole way, and ultimately that's going to add more points on. So 28.3 seconds left here in the second quarter. Our score 68-6, and Wichita Christian really just handled this game. Has handled this game all the way through, and looking to see it through to the end. Now we've got whistles and a timeout for Wichita Christian. If you're wondering about Keene, Texas, where we play tonight, situated in Johnson County here in Texas, and the 2023 estimated census, they have about 6,860 people living here, so about a 7.4 increase in 2 years here in Keene, Texas. And if you're wondering what they're known for, they had the first airplane that was built in Texas. So had the first airplane finished in Texas, and Slats Rogers with that. So that's what Keene's really known for. And 1911, first plane that was built in Texas was here. So fun fact about Keene, Texas. Here's it looks like they're going to go for one here as Wichita Christian up the middle, and the run is successful. So into the end zone for two, I believe for one rather. And it will bump the score up 69-6 now. A 63-point advantage with 28 seconds to play in the first half. So Joseph Morey runs it in for the touchdown. And the Knights will have one last hurrah on offense here for their season. And looking back on their season so far, and ultimately looks like it's going to end here in a couple moments. But a great season for the Knights in their first year as a high school football program. Looks like they will finish 9-4. And 1-1 in district, made the playoffs, went 2-1, and will should they fall here, a 2-1 playoff record, and made it to the semifinals. So it's been a really good year for the Knights with Coach Bird at the helm, and they've done a great job so far building this program, and it's only going to continue into next year. James Hoagland fields the kickoff, trying to return it, bounces through a tackle and brought down from behind near the 15-yard line. So about a 15-yard return for James, and so the Knights will look back on the year with a positive mindset. Made it to the semifinals. We're a part of a state record for combined points with Belleville faced in a single game. That game down in Belleville, and ultimately put up triple digits several times, including once in the playoffs. Won Mercy Rule games, won their first ever game as a high school program. So they really have done it all here in their first year, and they've done a good job. Here's Bear. He'll hand it off up the middle, and it is minimal yardage here on the play, and the clock will run, and it looks like that's going to do it here for the game. So Wichita Christian crowd making some noise as we hit halftime. Zeros hit the clock, and Wichita Christian is headed to the championship game. So the D3 TAPS championship game will feature Wichita Christian on Thursday. So our final score here in this one, 69-6. The Knights fall by a 66-point margin, 69-6 here in this one. Ball game concludes at halftime. But the Knights will look back on the year with a 9-4 record, a really good season for the Knights, and I guess we'll go ahead and give you an MVP of this game. But let's do it for the season. And our honorary MVP of the season is Coach Bird, and he's done a really good job here with this high school football program in its first year. So that's a wrap on this season for the Knights, a final of a 9-4 record, and their season ends in the playoffs in the semifinals. Final score 69-6. Want to say thanks to all who made this broadcast possible. Thanks to the friendly folks from Keene ISD. Thanks to Jeff and Bethany Brown. Thanks to Coach Bird. Thanks to Colin Witt and Derek Smith for helping with broadcast tips. And speaking for all of them, I'm Ben Brown saying thanks for listening throughout the year. We'll hope to be on the air next year as well. So it's a 9-4 record for the Knights as they fall tonight in the semifinals, 69-6. I'm Ben Brown saying thanks for listening throughout the year. We'll talk to you next year. This has been